I actually cannot believe that I've never worn a full face of Nars. You guys know, I love Nars. I love Nars foundations mostly. I've used their eyeshadow primer for forever, their concealers. I mean, I've used something from Nars in every category for years, and yet I realized the other day that I have never put them all together on my face. So that's what we're doing today. I'm so excited. I'm gonna start off with the eyes. I love doing one brand tutorials because I feel like it really showcases what a brand is capable of, and I can't wait to see what this all looks like at the end. So I'm gonna take my eyeshadow primer. This is probably one of my most used products from Nars. I love it because I feel like I don't have to use concealer. It's kind of like a concealer and a primer all in one. It works really well. I love how eyeshadow blends on top. I asked you all on Instagram not too long ago what other one brand tutorials you wanted to see, and when I saw several of you guys suggest Nars, I literally couldn't believe that I have never, not just filmed with a full face of Nars, but I've never attempted to wear all Nars products at once. Nars is such a classic brand. I feel like it's been a fan favorite for many years. I feel like it's actually very approachable. It's very makeup artist feeling. I really like that about it. They usually launch things that are very wearable, approachable, fun colors, but everything's really flattering. I really enjoy the brand a lot. I was on their website and they launch a lot of eyeshadow palettes that are limited edition. So there really weren't any eyeshadow palettes that were around that were like permanent. So they actually have restocked this palette. If you guys don't know, this is one of my favorite palettes that launched from them recently. It's the Nars Climax eyeshadow palette. Here's what it looks like. I've talked about this so many times, and it's back. It's restocked. It says it's limited edition, so I don't know what that means. I have been hoping and praying that they make this permanent. I think it deserves to have a permanent spot in the collection. Because it's back in stock, I'm gonna use it today. Yeah, let's go ahead and dip into the first shade in the top corner. We're gonna use this as our transition. I'm obsessed with this palette. I truly just love the color scheme, and of course the formula is great. I just think it's something so unique and it inspires me. It makes me feel beautiful when I wear it. I cannot say enough good things about this palette, which is why I really think it needs to be a permanent item. I'm moving into the second matte shade in the palette, and I'm going to take this on my A20 brush from the Morphe Ariel collection, and we're going to start to kind of just deepen up this outer edge. Normally I do like blues and greens. I think I'm going to keep it pretty simple today with this look. I'm envisioning something a little more on the monochromatic side for today. I'm just gonna blend that out with the brush we just used, just to make sure they're both super seamless. Today I'm gonna take this rose gold color right here. So pretty, I love this. And I'm gonna take it on my fingertips and then just apply it all over the eyelid. I'm just gonna take my time building this up in layers. Same thing on this eye. I feel like Nars is definitely most known for complexion products as well as lip products. That's what I own the most of when it comes to Nars. They go in and out with launching eyeshadows and things like that, but I feel like they're pretty consistent with their complexion products. Mostly blushes, foundations, concealers, and also their bronzers, which I'm excited to put them all on my face together. I'm going to apply the Nars Climax mascara. I used to use this quite a bit, but then it just kind of fell out of my routine. I don't know, you know how that goes where you just find other things and start using it, but I know so many people that really love this. This is actually a brand new bottle, so it'll be a good opportunity for me to try this again because it really has been a while. I'm just gonna apply this to the top lashes. And I've been doing this thing a lot more lately where I kind of shift my lashes over toward the outer corner. I learned it from TikTok, which by the way, I'm on TikTok now, you guys. It took me forever and a day, but I'm finally on there creating content and I'm having so much fun. So if you have a TikTok, go over and follow me. I'll have my link down below. It's just Allie Glines. It's just my name as always if you want to search me. I just feel like I'm able to make really different random types of content, which has been fun for my creativity. Okay, so this mascara applied nicely. It didn't build up as much as I like it to, but I have to always remember that this is a brand new bottle, and so sometimes with mascaras, if it's brand new, it doesn't give you as much volume as it does when you wait a week or two. I don't know why that happens with most formulas, but it could be the same case with this. It still looks nice though. I've never picked up a primer from Nars, but they recently sent me their soft matte primer. So this is the only primer that I have. I actually haven't tried this yet, but I figured it would be fine to use in this video because obviously we need a full face of NARS. There's a couple products that I didn't have, like a brow pencil. I just used my Benefit brow pencil, but let's try this out. I mean, maybe this is formulated to be used with the soft matte foundation, which I'm not going to be using. Ooh, it feels really nice. It feels more lotiony than I thought, but I'm hoping it will work underneath any foundation. Okay, I was expecting straight silicone from this, but it doesn't feel like that at all. There's definitely a smoothing feeling to it, but it actually feels like it's sinking into the skin and it almost has a cooling sensation to it. Or maybe it's just cold. I don't know. I do feel like it looks like it smoothed out my skin. Hang on. Yeah, it definitely did some smoothing. I'm gonna let that sit for a second. I'm gonna definitely be using my current favorite foundation, which is the NARS Light Reflecting Foundation. However, I'm a massive fan of the Tinted Moisturizer and Sheer Glow and the Soft Matte Foundation. I feel like NARS foundations always work really well for me. Okay, so like I said, I'm gonna be using the Light Reflecting Foundation. I love this foundation so much. It just gives me the perfect amount of coverage without feeling heavy or cakey whatsoever. I wear the shade Mont Blanc. I found that this line runs a little bit deeper than the other lines because like I normally use the shade Salzburg, which is a little more yellow toned. I actually feel like this undertone matches me slightly better, but Salzburg in the light reflecting was definitely too deep for me, so just something to keep in mind. I'm gonna pick this up on the back of my hand and start to apply this in the center of the face, blending outward with a brush. As I was going through all my NARS things, I realized how much I wish that they wouldn't make so many things limited edition. I feel like they've launched some amazing palettes in the past, like face palettes as well. And I was looking to see if you could get any of them before prepping to film this video, and you can't get any of them. I almost wish they would have more in their core collection as far as palettes go. Okay, I'm just pressing that into the skin with my sponge. Right now, I don't know if I notice a huge difference with the primer or not, but I love how the foundation looks. Okay, so for concealer, I'm a massive fan of both of these concealers. We have the NARS Soft Matte Concealer, which is amazing for more of like a airbrushed look in the center of your face. And then of course, the classic NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer is a fan favorite. It's also amazing. I think I'm going to use my soft matte. My skin's kind of acting up right now, so I do feel like I want a little bit more coverage and a little bit more of like a airbrushed look today. So I'm just taking that on a concealer brush. Initially, it almost feels like a formula like this wouldn't work underneath the eyes, but this one does. I love it. You can really sheer it out too if you want, but it's going to give you great coverage. So if you've got redness, I feel like you might really enjoy this one. The NARS Creamy Concealer also gives good coverage, but it's way less moussey than this one. I'm going to take my sponge and just press all of that into the skin. Okay, this is the one category where I didn't have that much, and that's powder. So I actually was sent a powder, just barely, but it's a pressed powder. So I'm going to try to set my face with this. This is the Light Reflecting Setting Powder, the pressed version. They did send me the loose version, but it's in a really deep shade, so I can't really use it. So here's what this powder looks like. Oh my goodness. It feels like it's just a plastic barrier. That is insane. I wonder if this is even gonna do much. Okay, let's try it out. I'm gonna take, do you hear that? It's literally feeling like you're just applying your brush to a piece of plastic, but I can see product being picked up. It's so interesting. Okay, we're gonna put this underneath the eyes. Wow. Okay. It definitely set the under eyes. That's so strange to me. There's zero kickback whatsoever, but then I can see the difference as I'm smoothing this underneath my eyes. It's setting it. It's got a little bit of a pearl to it, slightly. It's not, you know, glittery by any means, but I feel like it's called light reflecting for a reason. Interesting. I'm so fascinated by this formula right now. What? It's gorgeous on the skin. Wow. Okay, this is wild to me. My face is definitely set, but it doesn't look like it as far as, you know, having a thick layer of anything on the skin. So interesting. I'm actually excited that I tried that. All right, we are going to move to bronzer. Now, I've actually got two bronzers that I'm wanting to use. So I have the matte bronzer in the shade Vallarta. This is something that's more on the lighter side for me and my fair skin, but also I did want to make sure to add on a little bit of Laguna because I couldn't do a full face of NARS without using NARS Laguna. It's funny because I feel like Laguna is something that's been talked about for so many years. I'm going into Viard first. It's been talked about for so many years, but because I have such fair skin, I never got hooked on Laguna the way that most people do. So I was really happy when they came out with these more matte bronzers that have more of a shade range because this one works way better for me. So I'm just gonna warm everything up with this. And even though I feel like it's gonna be a little too deep for me, we're gonna dip into Laguna very lightly. I'm gonna tap off the excess. And I'm gonna add it a little bit higher on the cheeks. It does have a gorgeous sheen to it, which just makes you look so healthy and sun-kissed. I am gonna bring it down the neck so that it looks like everything matches. Wow, that's really pretty. I forgot how well Laguna blends out on the skin. And even though I do have much more fair skin, I feel like I can still kind of sheer this out more than it feels like. You know, when you first look at the pan, it's kind of intimidating for myself anyway. But it's such a forgiving formula. I am blending it down the neck though, so it kind of, you know, all matches a little bit better. All right, we're gonna do a really quick lower lash line look. It's gonna be super easy. I'm just gonna take that second shade in the palette, the more purple shade. I love using this all over the eyelid by itself for an everyday look. It's so gorgeous. I'm just gonna run this across the lower lash line. And I did have an eyeliner that was like a nude color. I was going to use it, but I'm pretty sure it's expired and I was kind of nervous to use it. So I'm gonna skip eyeliner and I'm just gonna go into this shimmer shade right here, the same one that we used on the top lid, and go right up against that lower lash line. It's so pretty to add a little bit of shimmer there. I love that color so much. Okay, I'm gonna add the same NARS Climax mascara to the lower lashes. It's kind of a big brush for the lower lashes. So I'm kind of getting it everywhere, but that's all right. Gotta work with what we got today. So one of my favorite things that NARS makes is blushes as well. I was so in love with Dolce Vita, this shade, for a hot minute. I haven't used that in a while. I also love the shade Bumpy Ride, which is like a peachy shimmer shade. This is so gorgeous for the winter. But I felt like I would have to use NARS Orgasm in this video because it's like the most popular blush. So many blushes have been duped and inspired by this blush. So I'm gonna go ahead and apply this to the apples of the cheeks. This has quite a bit of shimmer in it, which is a good thing because I actually didn't have a highlighter from NARS that was still available. I had some limited edition ones that I love, but I didn't have any that were still available. So this is gonna kind of act as my highlight and blush. It's gorgeous, wow. Wow, I forgot how pretty that is. It really gives a nice sheen, but it's like a golden sheen, so it just makes you look really healthy. I'm gonna throw this in the forehead a little bit, a little on the chin, a little across the nose. We're just gonna kind of apply it everywhere. So pretty. I also feel like I want to add a little bit of this blush just in the crease of the eye to add a little bit of warmth and color there. Yeah, I definitely feel like that ties everything together really well. I'm taking my sponge and just pressing that into the skin. This is gonna give it even more of that glow. Look how beautiful. I'm not wearing highlighter whatsoever, and it's just so glowy. It looks gorgeous on the skin. Wow, it's been so long since I've worn this. And then with Laguna, I feel like there's no need for a highlighter. It's very glowy and very healthy looking. I'm gonna wipe off any foundation that got on the lips. NARS didn't have a lip liner. I don't know if they have lip liners. I know they have like their little crayons, their lip crayons, which is kind of a lip liner, but we're just gonna kind of improvise. I wanted to use one of my favorite products from NARS. This is the Soft Matte Tinted Lip Balm in the shade Unrestricted. I love this product. It's exactly what it sounds like. It's a soft matte lip balm, which is insanely comfortable and great for every day, but also something that would work really well with like a little more of a glamorous look. So I'm gonna build this up first, all over the lips. I feel like I need a lip liner, but we'll see if we end up needing one. I love wearing this product by itself on an everyday basis, but I also am obsessed with these lip products that they just launched. These are the Afterglow Lip Shine. And I've been using these three shades the most, but my most used shade is by far this one, so I'm gonna use this again. This is the shade Nympho. It's like a mauve taupe. Oh, it's just so good. It's so good. I love this color. NARS really does such an amazing job with lip products. I feel like after I applied the gloss, I don't feel like I need a lip liner as much. Okay, so as far as I'm concerned, Nars does not have a setting spray either, or a brow gel. I don't think anyway. If they do, I don't have them, so this is as good as it's gonna get today. If there's a category of a product that I didn't have or use today, let me know if there's a product like a powder or a brow product from Nars that you think I should try out. I'd be more than willing to try it. I'm just assessing the situation and adding a little more bronzer with my brush. I love how the complexion looks. I think that bronzer and that blush really just brought it home for me. I mean, obviously the foundation and the concealer looks amazing too. I'm not gonna put a setting spray on, but I just realized I do want a brow gel. I can't find my Benefit one, so I'm gonna throw on my Milani Brow Gel just to set everything. I actually want to take that shimmer shade that we used on the eyelid and apply this to the inner corner. It's a little bit deeper than what I prefer for an inner corner highlight, but I feel like it's better than nothing. So I'm just going to connect that in the inner corner. All right, so this is the final result using all Nars makeup. What do you guys think in the comments? I am so confident in this look, and it's mostly because it's all products that I am so familiar with and really love and believe in. But all together, I do feel like they mesh really well together, and I just know they're gonna wear well on me because the foundation and concealer are something that I've loved for so long and I just trust completely. I guess I don't know how the primer is gonna work, but that's about all I'm on the fence about. I guess the powder too. That was one of the most crazy experiences of my life, was trying this powder. I have not even heard about this. I don't know if it's new or if it's just something they sent to me with the light reflecting foundation. I don't know, but I'm so excited about this. I cannot wait to keep wearing it. It's so undetectable on the skin. I'm obsessed. I also love how healthy my skin looks. That's one thing I'm really noticing. I feel so natural but so glamorous at the same time, which is what is really fun to see, you know, with using all of Nars products all together. This seems to be the aesthetic that it gives me. So it made me even more of a fan. And I feel like I'm gonna really start to prioritize using more Nars products together because I love the vibe that they give. Am I crazy or does this look really, really nice? If I had to pick 3 products that I feel like you need from Nars, for me personally, right now anyway, it's the foundation, or a foundation from Nars. If there's one thing you should definitely pick up, it's a foundation. The second thing I think you should definitely pick up is a concealer. I love both of these concealers, so if you haven't tried Nars complexion products, definitely give them a go. They are so impressive and they work so well on me. And then I feel like the third thing I would recommend, I was gonna say the eyeshadow primer, but that's a little boring. I would definitely check out their lip products, and right now my favorite is the Afterglow lip oils. Just in case you're looking to expand your Nars collection, that's what I personally would recommend. Let me know in the comments what other one brand tutorial you would like to see next, because chances are I've never done a full face of other brands as well. It might be just as fun and just as shocking to see what other brands I need to test out all together. I feel so pretty in this makeup look. If you're new here, hi, my name is Allie and I would love for you to join the family. You can do so by hitting the subscribe button. And if you're already a subscriber but you want to be notified on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, click on the bell after you subscribe and you'll get a notification every single time I post. That's it for me today. I hope you guys have an amazing day wherever you are, and I will see you in my next video. Love you. Bye.